Right now, while you're listening to this podcast, someone is on your website and they love your work. They scroll around looking for pricing and there's nothing there. So they hit the back button. You never get an email, you never get a form fill, you have no idea that they were ever even there. Couples are actually saying this out loud on social media. If I can't find pricing, I scroll right past, or I assume it's out of my budget and I move on. Or a good one, I'm not even filling out a form just to see if I can afford you. These are not people who ghosted you after a consultation. These are people who never showed up in the first place. And hiding your pricing is the reason that they're bouncing from your website, because this strategy is outdated. It stopped working years ago. And today I'm going to show you exactly what it's costing you, because the number is higher than you may think. Welcome back to the Wedding Pro CEO podcast. I'm Brandy Gar, and today I want to walk you through something that I saw happen in real time inside one of my students' businesses, because I think it will land differently than anything I could make up. I was inside a student's CRM a couple weeks ago reviewing their lead flow. I was trying to understand what the process looked like from a client's perspective. And while I was in there, I had noticed that a new inquiry had come in not that long ago at 11:49 a.m. and the form said, "I've been following your work and I'm super interested. I'm still narrowing it down between two venues. Here's my wedding date. I'm interested in both photo and video, and I'd love to know if you're available and if someone could send me some pricing." This was a warm lead. This was actually someone who had found them on Instagram, followed them, watched their work, got nurtured, and then clicked the link in their bio and filled out the form on their contact form. I know this because we have UTM tracking set up, so we know where every single lead that comes into their ecosystem comes from. So we know that they clicked the link in the bio, we saw how long they'd been following, and we saw that they filled out the contact form on their website. So they're not just casually browsing. This pro had been put on the short list for this couple. And the automated email went out immediately. So that was good. But the email said, essentially, "We'd love to connect, book a call, and we'll walk you through everything, including pricing." But there was no pricing in the actual email. It was just a prompt to book a call. So I stayed in the CRM, and 6 hours later, still no human had touched that lead. The one thing this couple specifically asked for had still not been answered 6 hours later. So think about that from what that couple's afternoon looked like. They probably filled out a handful of forms that morning, or maybe during the lunch break, multiple vendors. Some sent pricing right away. The couple started sorting, comparing, deciding. They're not in research mode anymore. They're in decision mode. They've already done their research. They've reached out to the people that they're super interested in. And this vendor, whose work they loved enough to follow, to click, to fill out a form, made them wait for the most basic piece of information. Not because anybody was being careless. This vendor actually has a great business built, but because the whole system was built to protect the pricing instead of to serve the client. Here's what should have happened. That 11:49 a.m. inquiry triggers an automated email within seconds, warm and personal in tone. It includes a bit more about what it's like to work with them and a link to the full pricing guide and a link to book a call. The couple reads it on their lunch break. They see the pricing. It's in the same range that they're looking to spend, so they book a call before 1 p.m. A human never even had to touch it. The couple feels taken care of, and the business owner never had to drop anything. And by the time this call actually happens, price has already been settled. Context was set prior to the call, and the conversation can be about fit instead of pricing. That's what happens when you remove friction from your booking process. That is what you're leaving on the table every single day that you don't have pricing either on your website or in your first email, or even better, both. But here's where it gets even harder, because the leads who do get through, the ones who fill out the form, show up to the consultation, give you 45 minutes of your time, those leads are also getting lost. In this one, I really want you to sit with CEO. Listen in. If you're doing something else, tune in closely, because it doesn't look like a pricing problem from the outside. It looks like a sales problem. I'm working with someone right now who does well over $500,000 a year. It's an established business with a full team. They are well known in their market, but they can't seem to close during their consultations. All of a sudden, their closing rate has started to drop significantly. And if you met them, I promise you, you wouldn't believe it. Their consultations are some of the best I've ever seen. They're charismatic. They ask all the right questions in discovery. They connect, they listen in a way that makes people feel completely understood. They're not answering bullet points, they're answering real concerns underneath the question, and the rapport they're building for 45 minutes is truly remarkable. Like, I love watching their consultation. But then the consultation takes a hard right turn. And instead of closing, they say, okay, let me put together a proposal. I'll send over a couple of different options. The proposal goes out sometimes 24 hours later, and the waiting starts. Follow-up, more waiting. A couple finally says yes to a package, and now they have to wait for somebody, a human, to build the contract, send it, and then wait for it to come back. This process takes so much longer than it needs to be, and a ghosting rate that makes no sense given how good this consultation actually is. So let's talk about what's actually happening, because this is not a sales problem. This is a no pricing on the website problem. That's it. That's the whole problem, because there's no pricing on the website, no pricing in the first email, and every consultation starts from an absolute zero on price. The couple has no context, there's no number in their head to work from, so closing feels like a risk. There's too many unknowns, too much chance that a number lands wrong after an otherwise perfect conversation. So instead, what they're doing is they're punting it every single time, every single consultation, to a proposal. But here's what changes when we add price range to the website and a full pricing guide to the first automated email. The couple walks into the consultation already knowing approximately the range of what it costs to do business with you. Price is no longer a stumbling block, and it's not something to tiptoe around or even save to the end. When a couple comes in already understanding the price range of what it is to work with you, you have a major hurdle that you've already crossed before they're even there, and that is a much warmer lead. So let's go back to this same example. After doing everything they've already done brilliantly in this consultation, building trust, understanding what the couple actually needs, earning the right to make a recommendation, this is how they can close instead of sending a proposal. Okay guys, based on everything you've shared with me today, this is the package that I think is right for your wedding, and here's why. They're gonna tie it back directly to what came up in the discovery questions that they asked. The couple's priorities, their concerns, the things that kept coming up over and over again. They're not guessing at a number and watching for a reaction. They're making a confident recommendation as the expert to people who already trust them, who came in with a range in mind. And then they close. No proposal. The same consultation skills they already had, the same charisma, the same relationship, just pricing showed up earlier in the process, so the close is no longer a scary part. Instead of sending a proposal, they're sending a contract, because they've already talked about the package, the service, and what it's gonna cost. And that signed contract can come back that same night while that pro is having dinner with their family. Here's the thing, CEO. I wanna zoom out for a second because this matters so much. The strategy of hiding your pricing made sense 6 or 7 years ago. You could create a sense of exclusivity by making people work a little bit for the information. The market then tolerated the friction, but that world is gone. We're in what I call the Amazon era. You can think of anything that you want, open your phone and have it at your door in 4 hours or less. People's expectation for information are calibrated to immediate access and immediate answers. So when you're asking a couple to fill out a form, wait for an email, schedule a call, show up, sit through a 30-minute conversation just to find out if you're even in their budget, it's not gonna work. Not because couples don't value quality or they can't appreciate why you do things the way you do, but because every other part of their life has already trained them to expect answers right now. The vendor who gives them what they need immediately and clearly is the vendor who stays in the running. But the vendor who makes them work for it is the one they've moved on from because the response never even lands. This strategy is not protecting your brand. I promise you it's outdated, and it's costing you clients that you will never even know that you lost. So here's what I want you to do, okay? CEO, tune in. Let's go. There's 3 things. I want you to, 1, put a price range on your website. We are not McDonald's. This is not every single package and every single a la carte item. This is a range. Either investments start at blank, or most couples invest between blank and blank. Enough for someone to know whether to keep reading. You're not trying to sell them on your website. You're trying to let the right people self-select in and let the wrong people self-select out before either of you spends time that you don't have. Number 2, I want you to put pricing in your first automated email. When someone fills out your contact form, they should immediately receive a warm, well-written response that includes more about what it's like to work with you, a link to your full pricing guide, and a link to book a call. Let them do both. See the pricing and book the call in the same 5 minutes. Remove every barrier between them and a yes. And then number 3, CEO, is I want you to close during the consultation. When a couple already knows your price range before they ever get on a call, the conversation changes completely. You're not introducing price as a surprise. You're talking to someone who came in with their eyes wide open, which means that the consultation can be exactly what it should be: building a connection, understanding what they need, earning their trust, and then making a confident recommendation and closing right there. No proposal, no waiting, meeting, no follow-up thread. A signed contract while you are living your life. I know this feels risky. I know the fear is that if you put pricing out there, you'll lose people before you ever get to show them your value. But you're already losing them. You're losing the couples who scroll past and never fill out a form. You're losing warm leads who ask for your pricing and get a call prompt instead. You're losing the consultations that should close on the spot, but end up in a giant proposal pile that goes cold. The friction you're creating to protect yourself is the exact thing keeping the right clients from finding their way to you. Put your pricing on your website. Put it in the first email and close on the call. This is the strategy. That's the whole strategy that's going to get your conversion rate up to 40 and 50%. If you can see the friction in your own sales process, whether it's the pricing, the consultation, what happens after, this is what my team looks at exactly in a gap assessment. These are real conversations about your specific business, where you're losing people, where the gaps are, and what to actually do about it. And I want you to book this call with our team. You can head over to weddingproceo.com/application to apply and grab a time that works for you. And CEO, if you got any value from this episode, please like it, leave us a comment, and share this with another business owner who needs to hear it. And if you're feeling extra generous, please take a second to leave a 5-star review on whatever platform that you're listening on. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next time.